We're here in Oak City, Utah for the Memorial Day weekend. This is Dr. Holmes. We're getting ready to do the run down by the scenic overlook. Jacob, Hillary, Phil, Marie, and me. There goes Cody. It's a gorgeous day this morning. This is Friday. We attended ball games, softball games for Phil and Jacob and Kirsty last night.
Okay, tell me what you're doing.
Partner stretching.
We're running down to the scenic overlook.
No, we're not. We're running to the dump.
Yeah, that's the scenic overlook. We'll
This is
show
Oak
you.
City.
When you get there, we'll show you.
I'm tired of my ankle looking normal, so I'm going to go make it swell. That's much of a overlook when I was there.
Okay. Well, we walk part way and then we run. And we walk about a mile and run about 2 miles.
We actually...
The famous Memorial Day Scenic Overlook Run. Okay, run! Well, you got to run a little bit to get on the video.
You really need me to climb this top of there and put a rope? Well, I may do it while I'm out.
Well, we're taking down the pine tree by the little yellow
Okay,
house.
pull this one away.
There's Matt.
Set them in the same direction. There's a pair of gloves on the porch, Jay. It hit me in the back. And in the arm. Hey, Jay? Yeah. There's a red bow saw in my little lean-to in the bucket, I think.
Okay, Mr. Supervisor, tell me why you're supervising.
Self-explanatory.
And how did you do that?
We were on a rope rescue mission early in the week. I was going down off the cliff face and my arm was entangled in the ropes, and we shock loaded the lines and it shattered my ulna and radius. How's that for a story?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's better than the one I was told.
Yeah, it's better than falling off a ladder at work, isn't it? So we have a navicular fracture in the wrist and wear a cast for weeks and weeks, the doctor says.
Whoa.
Such is life.
Such is life. There's Matt climbing up the tree.
Just take segments, Kaylin.
Matt's about halfway up the tree now.
Now what?
Climb a rope around.
You
come up and get the rope out of the pack for me?
Can't you take it off your bag?
Without dropping it, I guess, huh?
That'd be helpful.
Now we're coming out of the tree.
Trying to go tie the rope. I don't know what he's got it up there. Hey, what are you gonna tie that to over
I
there?
think we should get our money back. We didn't get much of a show.
It's like I knew what I was doing. Dirty up there.
So what are you gonna tie that rope to?
Their house.
Your house.
I'd rather sell on their house than this house.
So do you need us to tie that now then?
Yep.
You guys go help.
Come and learn, guys.
Daniel and Eli.
Pa, shoot him!
Standing at the edge of the bed.
Put her down. We're not sitting here, are we?
Why not?
Oh, well, no reason.
Okay, Jeffy, come. You're gonna show me.
I'm getting behind that tree. Not even good. I don't take it off.
Like, oh,
Now we're cutting all the branches off.
We're now in the kitchen with Patrice.
Together for the trip. And I don't know who the other three women are, but there's a picture of Grandma Lyman when she's about 9 or 10, and she looks exactly like Erica.
Erica?
Erica.
Well,
You've got to
Erica
see it.
looks like me and I look like Mom.
You've got to see it.
In fact, while I've got you,
Here's my beanie from Spanish Fort.
pardon me, I want you to tell who you are and how old you are, and kind of what's, well, see, we have,
I remember you doing that at Grandma's
that.
house when we were
And
little.
then our kids are all gonna laugh at it.
well,
20
except,
years.
see, like we have your mom and Nanette, and we have some others, so, anyway,
I'm Jennifer Pasco, and I'm 37. And I'm the only one in my family that came down.
let's know, tell the kids that you have and what ages they are, and
Okay, I'm married to Dale, and my kids are Connor, who's 17, and Lauren, who's almost 16.
where do you live
I
right
live
now?
in Salt Lake City, Utah.
What address?
2664 South, 1900 East, in Highland Park.
That's good. Okay,
Mr. Bud. I said in the first place I don't know my name. Last I checked, I live here.
how old are you?
No, they brought
Let's, and tell about your kids and what your husband's doing for work, and just a couple of things.
He's
Hey, something happened.
am I supposed to tell him what I told you earlier? My husband works at Ashgrove Cement. He's a controller. He works shift work. Never mind. Eli's going on a mission next Wednesday. His farewell's day after tomorrow.
Going to,
He's going to North Carolina Charlotte Mission. Jacob just graduated from high school on Wednesday. Cody's almost. Hey, James. Cody's 13 and a half. Kirsty's almost 12.
okay, go ahead, Joseph.
Okay, I'm Joseph Wilkin, Joseph Lyman Wilkin. I'm 22,
And you've got the spotlight on you.
there be light. And let's see, what am I doing? I'm working for a company called MicroRel. It's a division of Medtronic. I'm an assembler, operator, inspector of electronic modules for pacemakers and internal defibrillators and fun stuff like that.
Where do you live right
We're
now?
living right now in Mesa, Arizona.
With his parents. It's fun.
Why are we building a house?
You are building a house right now?
Sort of. We're starting to build a house right now. My name is Amanda Wilkin, and I'm married to him. We got married last August, and we are expecting our first child in September.
What was your maiden name, Amanda?
Nicholson,
And you're how old?
19.
Okay,
And that's about it.
okay, here we go.
Right, I'm Jared Wilkin, Jared Ace Wilkin. I belong to Louis Wilkin.
And Mildred.
Yeah. College Walker.
How old?
I'm 15 years old. What else am I supposed to say?
You live where?
I live in Mesa, Arizona with my parents, and
And what are you doing? Are you out of school? What grade? Where you
I'm
work?
going into 10th grade, and I work with my dad and around the yard and mechanical work.
Okay. And they also belong to Willis and Mildred.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just sit. I don't know. Holmes and Jamie Lyman. Uncle George and Carolyn just coming. There's Joseph. Amanda Landreth and Jay Audison. Joseph.
Mine's Audrey.
Uncle Jack.
Mark have gone, Matt.
Mark who?
Is the red car still here?
Mark who?
I don't see it.
Right there.
Oh, he's right over there
Oh,
with Amy. Have you met Amy?
rode down with him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that.
But I need to take my stuff down
I don't like
to
that.
Ben and Jacob. Well, the car must be here if they're here.
you would think. Take my stuff down to Lisa's.
Uncle George and Joseph.
Is that a chewing tobacco? Yeah. Where are you guys staying? Some creek let us know this way. Yeah, he has 5 that I thought I might do. You need to go talk to Jacob. Where'd you get that light? Go ahead and shoot him. Take him out. Really? Is that a code red? No. Code 14. That's
There's Edward, or I mean Andrew.
Scott, you go to Zilla or something? Yeah.
Marshall. Mark and Amy and Benjamin. Hey, go.
Okay, I'm Mark Lyman, and this is my fiance Amy Durfee, and we're engaged to be married July 13th in the Bountiful Temple. And we're just here at Memorial Day, just trying to get to know the family.
And how old are you?
I'm 22.
I'm 18. 19.
19.
19. And I'm a stud.
How old are you, Benjamin?
I am 12.
And what are you doing right now then with work or school or whatever?
I'm going to go to a tech school in August. It's going to teach me how to network, Microsoft Networks in November.
And I get 2 turns. I'm after him.
And then we're going to live in Salt Lake.
I'm after you.
And you're working,
I'm working for Lyman Brothers.
doing...
Kind of a network guy, but more of a computer troubleshooter.
This is Ben Taylor. How old are you, Ben?
6
You're 6. Where do you live?
and 12.
Tooele, Utah. And your dad is Todd, and your mother is Julie. Okay.
And he's cool.
What's your name?
Oh my gosh, that was so close.
And how old are you?
5.
Who's your mom and dad?
Lisa and Jeff.
And what town do you live in?
Hope City.
Okay. Come here, Cammie. Let's ask you.
Oh,
Tell your name and your age and where you go to school. And
I'm Tammy. I'm 9. I go to Monte Vista Elementary.
Get away.
where do you live right now?
Notice I'm coming up there.
What's your address?
2566 West Horseshoe Circle.
In West
South Jordan.
South Jordan. That's right. Okay.
Dive hit the ball.
You don't want to talk anymore. Where do you go to school?
I didn't throw it.
Delta.
In what grade?
Right here.
Forgotten.
And next year, are you in first grade?
Got a piece of that one.
Okay.
A piece of it.
This is Jacob Taylor.
Ben, give it to me.
For the sake of time, I had to swing.
How old is Jacob?
3.
He's 3 years old, and he's been Taylor's brother.
Go, go,
Okay, go. Say, my name is Elizabeth Bowie. I am how old?
8 years old.
8 years old. And who are your parents?
Mike and Patrice.
And where do you live? What's your address?
4696 Ledgemont Drive.
In Salt Lake City.
Yep.
And what grade?
2nd,
What school?
Oak Ridge Elementary.
Somebody else's turn, Joseph.
Okay. Okay, go.
Name's Andrew Lyman,
Speak up.
and I'm 13. And my parents are Marshall and Carol Lyman, and I go to Delta Middle School,
What grade?
7th grade.
Are you out of school?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do this summer?
Play sports.
Do you play baseball in the summer?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Jay Otteson.
Beamed him right in the head. Knocked him on the ground.
That's it. Oh, that was a good hit.
What?
Here we go.
No, it's my turn.
Come on, Jay. Here we go.
I thought you were going to take it like that.
Fastball.
Yeah, okay.
A chop.
I hit it at.
Oh, my goodness. Here you go. Oh, there's another ball. Look, that was my changeup. Oh, fast it is. That was a fastball right there.
Working this summer.
Ready?
Yep.
My name is Daniel Lyman. My parents are Matt and Kaylin Lyman. And I went to Davis High School, and I'll be a junior next year. And I'm going to be working at Cherry Hill this summer.
0.42
Not all, I guess.
Learn stuff. Okay. Go.
My name is Philip Dean Holmes, and I'm the son of Richard and Pam Holmes. And
Dr. Holmes.
I am 19 years old, and I'm currently living at the Nielsen's house.
Here in Oak City.
Yeah, working for Dave.
Slave for Dave.
So that's fun. And what else do you need
Guess that's all.
to know? Okay.
Bye. Name, age, parents, where you go to school.
Okay.
Go.
My name is Cody Nilsson, and my parents are Lavelle and Lisa. I live in Oak City, and I go to Delta Middle School.
Which grade?
I'm in 8th grade.
What you gonna do this summer?
Work and camp.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Okay, this is Cassidy, 3.5. Emily, 1.5. And we live in West Valley City.
What's your street address right now?
4517 West, Blue Lake Lane.
And who are you?
I'm Mike Lyman.
How old?
I forget.
How old is he, Susan?
33,
33 or 34, somewhere around there.
and I'm 21,
Are you?
and I live at the same address, and have the same kids.
And what was your maiden name?
Dickerson,
From?
John and Harriet.
And what town?
Oh,
No, that's okay.
Dutch John.
Utah.
Dutch John, Utah, yep.
Okay. Thanks. Lyman. George and Carolyn's. How old are you, Shannon?
6.5.
What school do you go to?
Challenger.
What grade?
Kindergarten. She doesn't. Oops.
This is Benjamin. How old is Benjamin? Yes, you.
He said 3.
Oh, he's 3.5.
Yeah.
This is Jessica. Come here, Jessica. Tell me who your parents are and how old you are.
Marshall and Carol. And
Where do you go to school?
at Delta South Elementary.
And what grade?
4th.
Are you in 5th next year? Okay.
Melanie Holmes, 14, 8th grade. We live in St. John currently, but we're moving to Provo next year.
Is that good?
That's good.
Really?
I'm excited. It's going to be fun. We have a cool house, too.
You've been and seen the house?
Yep.
and then they're gonna come back and show everybody because they're videotaping it.
Oh.
So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. So I'm tired of seeing John. And it'll be fun to be close to all our family and stuff.
Go ahead then.
Okay, I'm Mary Smith, Mary Lyman Smith, one of two children left of Willis and Angie, and I live in St. John, Washington for the next few months at least, and I will be 65 in June. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to do on.
I'm Mary's Jack.
That's what he's known by in Oak City.
I will be 66 come October. We live in St. John. We are retired and enjoying life. Thank you.
For my name, you can get me.
Okay, we're ready. Go ahead.
Slade Wilkin, the son of Lyman Nielsen Wilkin.
And?
Live in Mesa, Arizona. I think I just turned 54.
And what do you do for work?
I fix cars.
And your children? Your wife?
You want to know all of them?
Yeah, let's run through
that's a
things.
trick.
Well, do the
All
best.
right, well, we're married to Millie. I got the book, yeah. Married to Millie Rivera. Been married just a little over 30 years. Children, Willis Lane Wilkin Jr., Lane LeGrand Wilkin, Catalina Mildred, Lydia Renee, Joseph, John, Clarissa, and Jared.
Okay, I guess that's good.
Mary, Aunt Mary Bell, known to some. I'm Mary Caroline Wilkin Landreth. You can read all about me right now. I'll be 49 in July. My parents are Lane and Millie Wilkin. And I married William Darrell Landreth. And we have 6 children. We live in San Diego, California.
What's your street address?
13130 Roundup Avenue, San Diego, California, 92129.
And what do you do with your life?
I do a little name extraction, but mostly I'm a mom and a grandma. I'm a worldwide traveler. I've survived raising the kids.
Yes,
Now I'm trying to help the kids survive raising their kids.
Okay, now this is not yours, is it?
No.
This is Abigail.
This is Rachel Ian.
Oh, this. Oh,
She's almost
she's
She's almost 5 months old. The daughter of Scott and Lisa.
Okay, now we'll go to you.
My name's William Darrell Landreth. And I'm the second oldest in the Landreth family.
And where are you nowadays, and what are you doing?
I live in Provo, graduated from BYU about a year ago, and I work.
How old are you?
I'm almost 27 years old.
And where do you work, and what do you do with this
I
work?
work for a chemical company, herbal company, and I work with chemicals, doing chemical analysis.
What's the company name?
Twin Lab.
In Orem, in Provo?
In American Fork.
Okay. Here, sit down so we can interview you.
About what?
Well, we're getting name, ages, marriage, where you live, what you do for work, stuff like that. And that you shaved your mustache today?
Yeah.
I would never have noticed, but I don't notice things.
I'm Jeff Lyman.
Parents?
I'm 44 years old.
Parents?
Lisa and Ladee. I live here in Oak City. I work for Brush Wellman. I'm a maintenance mechanic. Currently on the injured list because I fell off a ladder.
And kids?
We have 4 girls. Serena, who's the oldest, is 20 years old. Jamie is 17, who will be a senior next year. Joanna turns 12 in September, just graduated 5th grade. Angie will be 6 on the 1st of June.
What does graduated 5th grade mean?
That means you go into middle school.
Oh, And you married
Lisa Nielsen,
who's now Lisa Lyman.
who's now Lisa Lyman, and not related to Lavelle Nielsen, who was married to Lisa Lyman Nielsen through the Nielsens, but through the Dowsons.
Okay.
Feed across, they hold 600,000 gallons of solution, and they have a cone-shaped bottom, and underneath the bottom there's a pump, and so there's a access tunnel about 10 feet down, and then the tunnel slopes down to where the pump is. And we were going down to do a routine maintenance on the pump. Well, I and one other fellow. And so the other fellow goes down the ladder first, and it's a metal ladder attached to the wall. And he goes down and starts down the tunnel, and I come down, and I'm part way down, and then I'm sitting on the floor.
Look over here, Jay.
And my hard hat's chasing him down the tunnel, and he turns around to look what's going on, and I'm just sitting there on the floor. I don't know whether a foot slipped, my hand slipped, or... So, that's...
How long is it?
Well, it landed on the palm of my hand. Apparently it put it down behind me, and it fractured the...
Whatever, right here.
Yeah.
In your wrist.
Yeah.
How did you get back out? Did they lift you out?
Well, no, we finished doing the maintenance on the pump and climbed out. Didn't start swelling really until later in the day. But I told my foreman what had happened, and then we went to the dispensary and talked to the nurse. She said, well, we better take in an x-ray. Because, I mean, fingers moved, wrist moved, everything.
Did your thumb move?
Yeah, I could touch the thumb with a little finger.
Go like this.
Yeah. And so I thought, it's probably just sprained, because I've had that happen before. But later in the day, as it swelled, and where I couldn't bend my fingers,
And did it start hurting?
not really painful. It ached. I finally took some, aspirin or something that afternoon. But the nurse made an appointment for me to get an x-ray, so I went to the hospital after work and had an x-ray, and the x-ray tech looked at it and said, she says, you don't usually see these this quick.
So he was excited.
Well, yeah, it's her, and you can definitively see, but she says normally this type of break won't appear for maybe a week or so.
Really?
So it was a good break, and then the radiologist came down the next morning and read it and said, yeah, sure enough, that's what it is.
And by the next morning, it still was just...
Well, the swelling had gone down, and I had no mobility, but since we knew it was broke, we had to do something about it, because that bone, which is the most common wrist break,
Is it?
has to be immobilized, otherwise the nutritional supply to the bone may be disrupted, and then you run into real problems.
Howdy.
He says to me...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Angela Swenson, and my parents are Craig and Debbie Swenson, granddaughter of Mary Smith, and I'm 21 years old. And I have one more year at BYU before I graduate in International Development and Latin American Studies. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. So, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
I just got, well, not just got back, but last semester I was studying in the Dominican Republic for 4 months. It was great. I studied all Spanish, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. My name is Fred Frankenstone. I was born as a poor black child.
You can't put that on tape. Rewind it and start again.
What am I supposed to say?
Your name,
Your name, your age,
where you live.
how you fit in.
He just told you.
Cut.
Yeah.
My name is Bill Landreth.
William Darrell Landreth.
I'm working on the part where I live. I spend the majority of my time in the car.
Hey, want me to help you?
Or an airplane.
Want me to help you?
Between where I think I live in San Diego, California, and where I work. Well, I can't tell you that. That's where I work here. In fact, I can't tell you anything else. In fact, up there, pause it just a moment. It's the reason I can't say anymore. No comment.
When we saw that was perfect. Might be something brewing that's going to make us late.
I have 8 grandchildren.
I never say.
My wife is not sure how many she has.
How old are you, dear? You're supposed to say how old you are.
Get well.
How old I am?
Yes, how old am you?
I'm 49 years old.
That's not true, is it?
Not even a new one.
Second time.
Even the new one they pay.
Third time, 49.
Oh, 51.
Okay. That's not so hard, is
that it?
Yeah. Or,
What do I do? Just say I'm the oldest one here?
no. Tell it like it is.
Well, I am 67, I guess.
Your name?
Liddy Galley.
Married to?
Larry Galley.
And where are we at nowadays?
We are on a mission at the MTC in Provo.
What doing?
Well, Larry's in the branch presidency, and we work at the TRC and host the new missionaries and their families when they come in on Wednesdays.
Okay. We're now out at the golf course for our annual golf game. This is Lou. See that form?
Very impressive.
We're doing a shotgun start this year.
Yeah, beat him, Wyatt. All you guys are the same size. You guys are the same height here. Hey, good hit.
All right, pick up your tee and get out of the way.
Right, Dick. This is a bat, right?
Best ball anyway. Best ball, right?
Yeah.
The other way.
Where's the first rule?
Straight down there by those buildings.
That's a long ways.
Brian.
Hit it hard. That's a long ways. Oh, this is a driver. Awesome. Oh no!
Yep, we'll tee off.
Where's a tee?
That looks good, Benjamin. Okay, now remember, don't look up. Look at that ball only. We'll watch where it goes.
Just about got Dad's,
That was Benjamin's first golf hit.
Hey, nice hit.
Matt, don't forget to show on there that he's got a 6-foot-long string hanging on that thing, trying to swing with it.
I know. Poor people have
Head of
poor
that
ways.
thing, the head of the club's gonna fall off.
I know, we're not.
Should I just put this in my pocket?
Yeah. Then go put the club back in your bag when you're...
Look at that, doctor, right down the center.
Deal me. This is wrong.
Oh, baby.
Did it come down yet?
Down the dirt.
It was moving, though.
Swing easy, Rich.
This is Rich. Let's see what he swings like. Let's watch his left knee. Just watch his knee. That was cute.
Dad, why do you always call me Rick?
This is Matt. You can see what he looks like as an old guy. Should have gone running.
That's good reason right there. Watch it, Matt.
Oh, it's by the tree.
The glove.
It went over that. Hey, that's
And, well, let's get a picture of the last group to come in. There's Mason and Mark and Brian and Daniel. Okay, so what did your group get?
200. We won.
Is that true, Jacob?
Yep, my keys.
Roger, what did your group get?
We were par. That's Lou, Nick, Dave Johnson, and myself.
And Roger got longest drive today.
Longest drive. So it was good.
And what about you, sir?
I was right up there in the money. There was a lot of obstacles I was going through out there today. Had one of my more difficult days here. Being politically correct here wasn't my fault. I wasn't even on file set.
So what did your group get?
No comment.
I wonder
what my group get?
Yeah.
1 over.
1 over.
But we were playing under a handicap.
Who was it?
What did you guys get?
Look what Mark did to the
I did
He's got to pay that upstairs.
What did you guys get?
Even.
Even money.
Get a picture of that right there.
I had the same ball the whole time. That is a victory for me.
Hey, Matt.
Oh, thanks.
I extend my hand
Yeah. We need the explanation as to how two people got exactly the same distance from the closest to the hole.
Well, we measured it, and both our shots were the same distance. I measured mine, you measured his.
Is that mathematically possible?
Just as long as mine
Well,
was
the
short.
only thing that's against them is that they're related to Bill Landreth Sr. And to be involved in both the long ball and the closest to the hole, it's just ridiculous. We weren't born yesterday.
I wasn't involved.
Hey, Matt, don't bug us. We're watching wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
That's right. Don't bug us right
And then they come in here and watch professional wrestling.
Real sports.
Well, that's a tough sport, but you can get killed doing it.
We're at the Ace Hardware getting hot dogs, 10 cents each, and now we're going to get a group picture. Come on! Hey, you guys aren't exempt. Let's kind of work to get the picture thing. Jessica! Chuck, get over here.
Take a couple. Yeah, and it'll take a while.
It will automatically wipe?
Well, it's a digital light. I've got the flash. The green line.
Hey, hey.
The green line up in here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry enough to let you not get in it.
You have to come be in the picture.
Get down in front, some of you.
Hey, guys.
Want me to take it?
Okay. Have you done video?
You guys in the back. Hey! Hey, how you doing, Florida? Pretty good, huh?
Don't want to hear excuses.
Come on, I can't see you guys back there, Bonnie. Hey, you the guy that was telling the guys to set on my hood of my truck? Okay, I'm gonna get two pictures with each camera. 2 pictures with each camera. Make sure you can see the camera. Gotta wait for it to charge. When the green light quits blinking, it's ready. Okay. How did the picture look? Did I put her on here? Yeah. I'll let you look at it when I take the other one. You can look at it, see how they look. He doesn't. He doesn't want you to take any other. More pictures.
I'm even an electronics teacher. I can't figure that out. That's one. You want me to take another one, Dave? You want me to take another one? Go!
This is at the pool. We've just had Amy's wedding shower.
We're having our power nap.
Lisa's having a power.
Gets our heads off tonight. Hey, we're having practice today, aren't we?
Yes.
5:30. We can't forget.
There's Amy,
Because it obviously wasn't.
Bonnie, Kristen,
It obviously wasn't
Cameron.
Osborne. Now, Cameron, aren't you glad you came?
There's Marie, she's been laying on the pillows. Hillary, Angie Swenson, Carol Lyman, Jennifer Pesco, Libby, that's Patrice. There's the pool. There's Joseph. It's all right. Elizabeth Bowie. Angie Lyman. There's Emily Lyman. Susan Lyman. Dave. This is the group playing ball. Daniel. This is the group that decided not to go swimming.
It's better if you kick down. It's better if you kick down.
She got more food than the umbilical.
Now we're jumping. It's all right.
This is Sunday afternoon. We had Eli's farewell today, which was wonderful. We're here, we had a bunco game, and now we're here in the hall finishing the big pig contest. His granddaughter Morgan, Josh's girl. These are the Arnolds. We're on.
Hi, Carolyn Butler, Austin Myers. And I married into this fine family a few years back, and now we have 4 children. The latest addition are some twins that are 8 months old. They're lots of fun.
Ages?
Ages, well,
everybody?
we really don't like to tell our ages, but since it's probably on the genealogy, I'm 48 years old. But actually, I'm only 19. And
Okay, now.
This is Abigail Lyman. She was born September 29th, 1998. This is her brother, Joseph Edward Lyman, and he was born the same day, a minute sooner. And this is their father. I should turn the tape over to him.
I'm George E. Lyman, also known as George Edward Lyman. And if you want to know my age, you're going to have to look it up because I'm too old to have twins. But I have them, notwithstanding. And did you get the age of our other children?
No.
We have Carolyn and I have Shannon, who is 6, Benjamin, who is 3. Carolyn is 26, and Stephanie, who is 22, Los Menos. And then I have 7 other kids, so we have 13 altogether.
Okay, and what's your address?
We live at 534 Perry's Hollow Road, Salt Lake City, Utah, 84103. In the Salt Lake Immigration State, presided over by President Hinckley. Not the real President Hinckley, his son, Richard Hinckley.
Other presidents.
Okay, now you wanted to say something about these two.
This is our oldest granddaughter, Kristen Hinkins Swinton now. Yep. And we are waiting for them to make us into great grandparents. They're
Okay,
waiting to do it too, I think.
Now you two tell ages. I mean, you need to introduce yourself, what you're doing, where you live, not just that we live in Salt Lake, but address or whatever, and what you do in your work, if you're working, or what you're doing in school.
Okay.
My name's Cameron Swinton. Kristen and I have been married for about 9 months now. I'm 23 years old, going to BYU, studying microbiology. I'm going to be applying to medical school next year, and working part-time as a computer programmer.
For who?
For Net Schools Corporation, Provo. And no kids yet. And we live at 353 East, 200 North, Apartment 8, Provo, Utah, 84606.
And what do you do with your time?
I am studying psychology. I have a year left, and then I'm done, which is a good thing. I'm also minoring in French, and I work part-time as a, I don't know what you call it, title processor at a title company, and I am 20 years old.
Okay.
Hi, we're Dave and Teresa Johnson. We live in Me5. We belong to Lou and Chris, who belong to Blaine and Angie. This is our daughter Jessica and our son Carson.
And how old?
14.
And?
15 months.
And where do you go to school? Juab Middle School. What grade? Next year. Ninth. Okay.
Steven's over on the floor. He's our oldest.
He's over on the floor?
Yeah.
Lisa's asleep.
Oh.
He just returned from
senior trek to Disneyland, SeaWorld, Lost Berry Farm. So he's kind of tuckered out. That's where he is.
Ages?
He's 18, just graduated from high school. This is 27. I'm 38.
Where do you work?
Dash Grove Cement.
Doing?
I'm a laborer right now. And Teresa's
Beautician.
beautician.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Matt Lyman. Caitlin and I are the parents of 7 children. I'm 46, will be 47 in August, and Caitlin is 44. Just turned 44. Because we're about 3.5 years apart. We have Mark, who's getting married to Amy Durfee on July 13th. And Eddie, who's coming home from Brisbane, Australia on July 8th of his mission. We'll have his report on July 11th, and Mark and Amy will get married on the 13th. Brett is in Melbourne, Australia, Spanish speaking. He's been out since last October. Marie's a senior graduating this year from Davis High School. Daniel's a sophomore, was the sophomore class president this year, so he'll be a junior next year. Benjamin's 12 and he's Burton Elementary, 6th grade. He'll go into Davis Junior High School, 7th grade next year. And Joseph, who's 7. 1st grade this year, 2nd grade next year. I'm working at Lyman Brothers still. We're going to build a new house here in Oak City. We've taken some videos earlier in this tape of cutting one of the trees down, getting ready for that. We'll have videos of that as it takes place.
Did you say where you live?
We live at 114 North Country Way in Fort Heights, Utah, 84037. We've been there since 1979, so we'll be there 20 years this fall. It's been a great place. We've had this house in Oak City since 1995, so it's 4 years, and now we're going to tear it down and build another.
Sounds good.
I think that's...
This is Benjamin and Lou Stewart doing the Big Pig contest. So Benjamin just lost, but he made it into the 4th round.
Made finals. Who did that? Me.
GDR.
Finish it up. I'm trying, but my pen is a little low on ink, so I gotta let the lid dry it, wet it back down a little. You know what I'm saying? Lift the lid off too long. Just write something, tell them who you are, not going to be related.
Why is this bracket bigger?
That's the way it had to be. If there was a big lot of people, they could have been. Who did that?
Alright, I'm Josh.
Speak up a little, because there's...
Josh.
Josh.
Lyman. My dad would be Paul, who is Asel's son, one of Asel's sons. This is my daughter Morgan. And my wife Julie.
This is
Uncle George's.
Joseph. Uncle George's Joseph. Okay. Well,
Morgan will be 2 this August. We're having another baby due in July.
baby in July. July when?
25th.
Okay.
I'm 27 years old now. Julie's 24. 26.
And where do we live and what do we do?
We live in Roseville, California, and Josh drives truck for UPS, and I stay home and take care of Morgan.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here we go.
Dick Norris.
You're on?
Yep.
We're Roger and Mara Lyman. And
age, address,
Okay.
Where you work?
Well, it's 1999. I'm 38, Mars 37. We have 5 children. Right now we live up in Highland, Utah, 6609 West, 10760 North in Highland. I work right now with Lyman Brothers, with Matt and Dave and company. And our 5 children are Abby. That's Abby right there. She's 14. She'll be in the 9th grade this next year.
What's the name of the school, Ab?
It's Mountain Ridge Junior High. And my high school is Long Peak High School.
Okay.
And then the next kid is Morgan Lyman, and he's Morgan Finlinson Lyman. Well, she's Abby Annette Lyman, and she's nicknamed after, or that name comes from Annette, my sister, who was killed in a car wreck. And then there's Morgan Finlinson Lyman, and he's 12, and he's got his grandpa's middle name, which is Finlinson. And then the next one is 10 years old, and that's Riley. His name is Riley Clark Lyman, and Clark is Mara's father's name. And then there's Garrett Roger Lyman, and he's 8. And of course he has my name. And then we waited 5 years, and we have Grant, but his name is William Grant Lyman. And William came from William T. Williams, Mara's grandfather. And Grant came from, we liked it, but also she has an uncle whose name is Grant also.
And then we're expecting
our 6th child right now, due supposedly around July 31st of this year, and it's a girl. And the names we have picked out so far is Paige Marie or Hallie Marie.
So we'll see how that works out.
We'll see how that works. Maybe. Part of it. So that's true. So everything should go well.
Okay. What's your maiden name?
My maiden name is Williams, and I grew up in Spanish Fork.
What's your parents' first names? Clark and
Diane.
Okay.
Go. You want me to say that?
Yeah.
My mother's maiden name is Nogalic. My grandparents came from Yugoslavia.
Okay. Which is where all that stuff is going on now.
War is right now.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about doing my genealogy because I'm afraid everything's being destroyed as we speak.
Yeah. This is Murray and Todd doing the pig thing.
For me to have a lot of neighbors that I remember, you know, and my kids, they all that's fun now. Because I was in there writing in our You were...
Ready? Here we go.
I'm Justin Westfall. I'm Serena's friend.
That's Serena. Age?
19. I work at Media Play.
And where do you live?
I live in American Ford.
Okay.
I'm Serena Lyman.
And whose kid are you?
I'm Jeff Lyman, and I'm 20, and I work at Media Play, and I'm going to school in September to be a dental assistant.
Be a what?
Dental assistant.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're on.
We're rolling.
Rolling.
All right, Angie, Jim Bledsoe, Chris Jason.
How old is Jason?
32, 25, almost 2.
See, this is 32. Jim is 32.
They didn't ask for your measurements.
And you're 25.
One out.
And Jason is 2. Is that what all that meant?
Yes, okay, cut.
You can't ask trick questions. Objection sustained.
Okay, come here.
Come here, Mary. This is our Mary, and she just turned 4.
Okay,
One
we'll
of our
try
finer
to
moments
keep
there.
that off the camera. Okay, so what are we doing?
So we are stationed at Andrews Air Force Base, Maryland, where I'm doing a residency in family practice. Angie's staying at home with the kids.
And you just got done
I just finished medical school.
where?
Kansas City, osteopathy.
What were you doing in Florida?
We were in Florida for 2 years, completing medical school.
As part of the Kansas City thing?
That's right.
Oh, cool.
So my school is affiliated with hospitals in Florida, so we wisely left the Midwest.
So now you're living up in Maryland.
Bowie, Maryland. That's
Bowie,
right.
Maryland. Over by Annapolis?
That's right, right between Annapolis and the District of Criminals.
We'll be there for 3 years.
That's right.
Okay, and you're Bill, this person's daughter.
Bill and Mary's daughter.
A mug shot if I've ever seen it.
What is that, Dad?
I thought
Okay.
you were taking profile. That's what I was trying to.
You want the profile shot?
You see, I look thinner and blue straight on.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, you're on.
I'm Amanda Landreth, and I'm 18, and I'm going to BYU while I'm home for the summer, and I'm hoping to major in accounting. And that's it.
And you're the youngest, are you?
Of Bill and Mary.
Oh!
Landreth. And I'm a sophomore next year at BYU. Well, sophomore at BYU.
Okay. Okay.
My name's Elisa Ann Landreth Otteson. My age is
22.
and I'm the fourth daughter of, fourth child of Bill and Mary Landreth. And I'm married to Scott Otteson, and we have 2 kids. Jay Matthew Otteson, who is 2, Rachel Ann Otteson, who is 4.5 months.
How old is Scott?
He's 24.
And where are we at? And what are we
We
doing?
live in Logan, Utah, going to school.
To be...
These kids keep trapping these kids out there. They keep running.
Okay, just a second. Keep that thought.
To major in dairy science.
These kids who were outside, these guys are playing lightning. These 2 are out, I guess. You're on.
Hello, we're the Arnolds. I'm Lydia, formerly Lydia Renee Wilkin, number 35. And this is my husband, Joseph Daniel Arnold. I'm a full-time mommy to Emma Marie Arnold, 8 months old.
Where do we live?
Cedar City, Utah.
What doing?
I'm going to school.
In?
Major is French, minor is history.
To be?
A teacher.
A teacher. Is that all we need to know? Okay. Okay, we're on.
My name is Heather Gessel. I'm 21 years old, and I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm going to school at TVI, the community college,
To do?
be a psychologist.
Okay.
This is my daughter, Michelle Caroline Gardner. And she's 2 years old, and that's about it.
Do you work at all?
Nope.
Okay.
No work.
Thank you. Okay, back to the Arnolds.
I'm 20 years old. I'll be an adult this year. I'll be turning 21.
Okay.
And I'm 23.
So he's already an adult.
Yes, and I do have a job. I work as a quality service representative at Convergence Corporation.
Okay.
Program at this time. Before we do though, because I'll get wrapped up in the program and forget, we would like to thank Lisa Lavelle and Jeff and Lisa in particular, and also everyone else who had anything to do with helping for this weekend as they do every year. So can we give them a round of applause? Stick to the program because that's what you came to see. We'd like to begin with an opening prayer, and that will be offered by our most recent, as far as I know, most recently returned missionary, Mason Curran.
Yes, all right.
Today, we've got a great new project for you. That product is going to change your life.
That's disgusting.
What is called routine. Okay. But first, we want to demonstrate how good this product is. So, first we're going to show you some of Uncle Dave's dirty, greasy coveralls. Have you ever seen such dirty coveralls in your life?
No.
No, so we put it in the water, but we have routine.
Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, wishy-washy!
Have you ever seen such clean coveralls in your life?
No.
Oh, and they smell so nice. Next, we have these are Eli's soccer shorts. Have you ever seen such dirty soccer shorts in your life?
No.
We put them in the water, but now we have lubricant. Put it in the water.
Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, wishy-washy!
Have you ever seen cleaner soccer shorts in your life?
No.
Eli, have you seen them?
No.
They're cleaner. Oh, and they smell so nice. Next, we have Uncle George and Aunt Carolyn's Abby and Joseph Big Dogs.
And they're green. Have you ever seen dirty baby dolphins in your mouth?
No.
Put them in water.
But now we have lubricant. Put it in the water. Put it in the water.
Wishy-washy, wishy-washy, wishy-washy!
Have you ever seen such cleaner baby dolphins in your life? Carolyn, cleaner? Never cleaner.
Never clean.
Oh, and they.
Wishy-washy,
She watched that wishy-washy. Cheryl, she's traumatized
Next year, we
from the
hope that Cammy
wishy-washy.
plays the piano for this part so we don't have to use a CD.
Cheryl and Kayla, Cammy, Stacy, babies. Sing balloon. Behind the green door.
What's that secret you're keeping? There's an old piano and they play it hot behind the green door.
All right, JD.
Don't know what they're doing, but they laugh a lot behind the green door. Wish they'd let me in so I could find out what's behind the green door. What's trying to tell them I've been there? Door slam, hospitality's still there. Saw an eyeball peeping through a smoky cloud behind the green door. With a 6
tales have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The Northern Lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake LaBarge when I cremated Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and grows. Why he left his home in the south to roam around the pole, heaven only knows. He was always cold, but He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell. And he'd often say in his homely way, he'd sooner live in. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the park is full. It stabbed like a driven nail. If our eyes we'd close, then our lashes froze till we sometimes couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And that very night, as we lay packed tight in our ropes beneath the snow, the dogs were fed and the stars overhead were dancing here in tow. He turns to me and Jeff says,
All right.
I'll cash in this trip, I guess. And if I do, I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no. And he says with a sort of moan, it's the awful cold, and it's got right hold, till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet it tain't being dead, it's the awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul or fair, you'll cremate my last remains. Now, friends' last need, is that right? Now, friends' last need is a thing to heed, and I swore that I would not fail. We started on at the streak of dawn, and oh, we looked ghastly pale. He was crouched in the sleigh, and he raved all day at his home in Tennessee. But before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee.
This is so good.
There wasn't a breath in that land of death as I hurried, horror-driven, with a corpse half-head that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh and it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brain, but you promised true and it's up to you to cremate these last remains. Now a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart, how I cursed that load. Through the long, long night, by the lone firelight, while the huskies round in a ring, howled out their woes to the homeless snows. My, how I cursed that thing. And every day that quiet place seemed to heavy and heavier grow. But on I went, though the dogs were spent, and the grub was getting low. I felt half mad. The trail was bad, and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And I used to sing to that hateful thing, and it hearkened with a grin. Till I came to the marge of Lake LaBarge, and a derelict there lie. It was jammed in the ice, and I saw in a trice. It was called the Alice May. And I looked at it, and I thought of it, and I looked at my frozen chum. And here, says I with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Some boards I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found that was lying around, and I heaped the fuel higher. The flames I soared and the furnace roared, such a blaze you seldom see. And then I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I make a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. The heavens scowled and the huskies howled and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy cloak and an inky cloak again, I've been junior. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, I'll just take a peek inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time I look. And the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cold and calm in the midst of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile you could see a mile. And he said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who toil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Labarge when I cremated Sam and Keith.
This is a story about a family. Well, I talk like this, I talk like this, Sam talks like this, Saul talks like this, and Brother Bill, who's away to school, talks like this. And, yeah, Sam was Sal's beau, and Sam says, will you marry me? Or I will. Which you would? I will. So they got married, and then they came home for Christmas, and they played rook and stuff, and then it was time to go to bed, and so Sam says, will you blow out the candle? Right, I will. Wish you would. I will. I can't blow out that candle. You'll have to blow it out. Right, I will. Wish you would. I will. Well, I can't blow out that candle. You have to call Ma. Right, I will. Wish you would. I will. Ma, you'll have to come blow out the candle. Sam tried, and I've tried, and we can't blow out that candle. Right, I will. Wish you would. I will. I can't blow out that candle. You have to call Pa. Right, I will. Wish you would. I will. Pa? Pa? You have to come blow out the candle. Sam tried, I've tried, Ma's tried, and we can't blow out that candle. Or it will. What you would? It will. Well, I can't blow out the candle. You have to call Bill. Or it will. What you would? I will. Bill? 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 You have to come blow out the candle. Sam tried, Ma tried, I tried, Pa tried, and we can't blow out the candle. All right, I will. I wish you would. I will. And I went out.
Those of us are old enough to remember when Grandma Lyman did that, you know that Matt did a great job. Almost as good as Grandma.
Almost.
Okay, Roger's going to come up and sing On the Road to Mandalay, representing Blaine's family, and then he's going to stay up here.
They're getting the line.
sing that song. There's a lot of you here that would remember that. Yes?
Sang it in high school in an operetta that they had when Uncle Evan was the.
Oh, okay, that much I didn't know. So Roger carries on the tradition. That's great.
I will sing I Have a Family Tree. I have a family tree with branches by the dozen. It is such a happy day when the family gets together. All the time, no matter what the weather, it is such a happy day when the family gets together.
Mr. Stoller.
For you little teeny babies, how long ago did she die?
91.
92? 1991. I wrote this song when she was 82 years old for her 82nd birthday.
That would have been in 83.
Yeah. Okay. And she was still alive then, but the only reason she was alive was because they put a pacemaker in her. You know what that is? Anybody know? It's a little box that sits in her chest. At least that's what the song is about. Keeps her heart beating. She was getting old, and her heart was getting weak, so they put a little thing in there that helps keep it beating, which was a good thing and a bad thing. Good for us, not so good for her. She thought. But it really wasn't good for her. So I wrote this song for her and her little box. This song is about a woman, strong and true. She's 82 and she's got this little secret of youth. Carries a tiny box inside her chest. It won't let her die though she's tried her best. She's got a pacemaker thumping 1, 2, 3. Hear the pitter patter beat. She's got 83 years of rhythm in her feet. They just won't let her be. To some she's great grandma, and to some she's mom. Just hope they won't have to hear them saying great 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 grandma. About the way that heart's pumping, she's just bound to be the last left on the family tree. She's got a pacemaker thumping 1, 2, 3. Hear the pitter patter beat. She's got 82 years of rhythm in her feet. They just won't let her be. The marvels of medicine have kept her here, and thanks to that tiny box, she'll be here next year. But you ought to know it's not her plan to hang around till the end of man. She's got a pacemaker thumping 1, 2, 3. Hear the pitter patter beat. She's got 82 years of rhythm in her feet. They just won't let her be. Grandma, we hope you know how glad we are. You stayed around just to carry us and lead us this far. Someday you'll go to that big quilt in the sky. But before you do, could you make some more pies? The pacemaker thumping 1, 2, 3. Hear the pitter patter beat. She's got 82 years of rhythm in her feet. They just won't let her be. Got a
Then up went Si and up went I. I'll tell you, we's getting pretty high. Si took out his knife and cut the rope. Heckity beds, we lit right in that man's big soul tent. The man wanted to know how we got his soul. We had paid $1 a piece and dogged if he wasn't gonna get the police. Oh, they backed up against the monkey's cage. The monkey, he got rattled at the fuss, the little cuss. Grips. I couldn't stand for the crowd to scoff. So out with his knife, that he swapped his beard off. All over the surface. Snore will sigh, snore will I. And if we do, I hope we die.
Thank you, Noel. We're almost set to go. Caught a little bit off guard with the second song. Your hand goes out now. While we're waiting for Jerry here, a little bit of history about this first song we're going to sing. This is Grandma Old Fashioned Garden. Grandma Lyon requested all of her grandchildren to sing this song at her funeral, which they did, and we have sung this at every reunion since. And we'll make sure we sing it every reunion after this. I think we're about ready to go. Grandmother's Old Fashioned Garden first, and then we'll go with all of them.
Old-fashioned and quaint as can be, the flowers so
what ended up by the end of the trip. I'm telling you, the bus drivers thought we were Pentecostal, man. Because in our booklet we had, you know, praise to the man and more holiness give me and this song. Anyway, we appreciate it. This is great fun.